Does she, 20s, want to be the only girl in a group of guy friends, 20s? Over a year ago I, 20SF, befriended a group of people and we've all gotten along really well. All similar interests and senses of humor. For the most part things have been great, but recently the girlfriend, 20SF, of one of the guys has been getting testy. She's been the lone girl amongst guys for a long time. A few of the guys including her boyfriend have commented how she's chased away other potential female friends in the past to me. They thought that she changed and that we could be good friends, and I hoped for that too. Recently she's been questioning in front of everyone why I'm single, questioning why I'm friends with the group, talking about how much longer she's been friends with everyone. I don't try to read into it, but she's been making things increasingly awkward. She's also sent me texts questioning the friendship I have with her boyfriend. When someone points out how awkward her behavior is making people feel, she defaults to talking about how bad her life has always been and her self-harm, etc., making everyone feel guilty. I feel at a loss about how to handle this. I feel like I've been put on the defensive as to explain my life choices. I don't flirt with anyone, we all banter and joke like normal friends. I've been taking the high road every time these interactions have occurred. Why does she act like this, and what's the best way to handle it in the long run? It feels like she wants to be the only girl in the group. If it's true, why would that be? Yes, she wants to be the center of attention and will do the same thing when a guy in that group gets into a relationship. Those people are toxic. Using her mental health as a weapon is gross. It's very possible. Have you ever actually asked her what her problem is? It's not an unreasonable guess that she enjoys the attention from being the girl of the group, however silly that may be. Some people, especially in their early 20s, take one aspect of their life and wear it as their whole identity. She may feel threatened by you, that you are encroaching on the thing that makes her her. This is a really good comment, and sometimes an upvote just isn't enough. She is clearly tying her identity to being the only woman in that group. The point that she's become territorial, and sees another woman as encroaching on her space. She thinks her value comes from being the woman in the circle, as opposed to a person in the circle. Start responding with ridiculous things. Why are you still single? I'm secretly a giant lizard, and every time I get a partner they freak out when I take off my person skin. There's not much she can do against you turning it into a joke. Yes, she's trying to scare you off, but if you just don't give real answers or get defensive, what can she do? And anytime she tries to passive-aggressively comment towards you, or ask questions like that, just act dumb. Why? What do you mean? Oh, sorry, I don't think I understand. What do you mean by that? Put her in a position where she has to explain herself. She either has to drop it, or reveal her true intentions and make herself look bad. She's insecure and sees you as a threat and competition for attention. The only way to solve this is by calling her out on it and defeating her in a cage match. Should I remove something from my Instagram bio because my boyfriend feels uncomfortable? Sorry for formatting issues, I'm on mobile. There's been a thing going around lately where people who are cisgender, especially those my age, have been putting their pronouns in their bio to make people who are transgender feel less unusual for having to put their pronouns out for others to see, so that they won't be misgendered. I put my pronouns in my bio and it's been that way for I think a few months. Today while we were on the phone my boyfriend asked about it and I told him what it was for. He laughed and a few minutes later he told me that he removed it from my bio just so I know. I asked why and he told me that it was because he didn't want others to think he was dating someone who was transgender. That disgusted me, because even if you were, why is that such a serious issue? I told him not to change anything in my bio because I put it there for a reason. He told me that if I was keeping it I can take his change my picture, he was in it, because he still didn't want anyone to think he was dating someone transgender. So I said okay, I'll change the picture, and he hung up the phone and texted me to tell me that he'd call me tomorrow. After that he took his username out of my bio to make sure no one would think that he was dating me. Should I just take it out of my bio? It's not like it's directly helping people in the LGBT+ community. I just thought I'd do it to help anyone who feels hurt by that. I don't want to start an issue about it if I'm just being overdramatic. Edit. I appreciate everyone's input. Thank you so much for spending your time commenting below. Smile. change your password. He has no right to change anything in your bio. He sounds controlling and not like a good person. Do you really want to date someone who is so scared of what other people think? Do you want to date someone who has such a ridiculous idea of what other people think? I mean, who thinks this person has pronouns therefore they are definitely trans? Do you really want to date someone whose sense of self is so fragile that he can't handle some random people on social media thinking that his girlfriend is trans? I mean, how would a guy like that deal with an actual challenge in life? Change password. Change boyfriend. It sounds like you two have incompatible worldviews and values. Do not change the core of who you are to save a relationship. Find a relationship that nourishes you and helps you become the best version of yourself. Remove her BF. My 18 meters girlfriend, 18F, told everyone I'm gay. I want to start by saying my girlfriend isn't a bad person at all. Our relationship is perfect in almost every way barring one. I can't be intimate with her. We've been together for 2 years now and I just don't trust her enough to be intimate with her. When I was younger I was assaulted by my mother, and I've always just leaned away from intercourse. I'm not ready to talk about it with anyone, but at first when I told her I just wasn't ready she was extremely supportive. Now she's getting pushy and questioning my orientation constantly. I'm bisexual. We don't even have to be doing anything related to intimacy and she'll bring it up and it's always causing unnecessary arguments. Our fight last night really pushed things over the edge. She called me gay and broke up with me. I understand the breakup. I don't blame her for not wanting to sit around and wait for me, but telling everyone I'm gay is just too far. Now I'm getting messages from her gay cousin who wants to hook up with me and she's been calling me all day to apologize. Should this be the moment where I leave her behind for good? Or is this the moment where I try to come clean and tell her everything and try to fix the relationship? Edit. Thank you guys so much for all the supportive messages, it really does mean a lot. After reading through a lot of the comments, I've decided to cut both the cousin and my ex-girlfriend off for good and to escape the rumor mill that will no doubt be buzzing. My best friend has invited me to his grandparents' farm with him for a few weeks to breathe a more peaceful atmosphere. Once again, thank you, your comments have been really eye-opening. Your first problem is that you've been with her for 2 years and can't trust her. Why waste so much time with someone who you cannot trust? It doesn't sound like you need to do anything. You said she broke up with you, so the relationship seems to already have ran its course. I don't think you should spend any more time with someone who you cannot trust after so much time. Given that she has already said things about you to a wider audience, I feel that giving her more information might be unwise, unless you think it is going to change everything and that you trust her to keep it to herself this time. Would it truly fix everything? You are 18. There is time. What is meant to be will be if you don't have a psychological block against it. You need to discipline yourself to take the time and effort to sort that out. It is not an easy road. Let her go. You deserve someone with whom you can talk about your trauma, and who will understand. Damn, that cousin works fast.